Hey, what's going on, YouTubers? Well, this is Life with Brandon Karen again. Just wanted to do another video, really. Kind of bored, ran out of my 70, so waiting to get some time back at midnight so I can finish my load. Anyways, kind of want to do a video about what I saw last night. So last night, I'm resting down and waiting to pick up my load. And the Asian My Show, or on YouTube, or Mother Trucker did a video about a trucker who was using 20 GPSs. 20 GPSs. Don't believe me, go look at it. It is crazy. He's got, the whole dash is lit up. I don't even know how it's legal, to be honest with you, because that is a lot of glare, a lot of light. It's crazy. But anyways, I just kind of want to do a video about that a little bit. I know I'm new at it. Experienced drivers, y'all have your own input, and that's great. I'd like to hear it if if you agree with what I say, or even if you disagree. Ignorance, I will, delete. I'm not up for that, but if you got something to say, you got an input or something like that, let me know. I'd love to respond on it, and I'd love to see what your thoughts are on that. But 20 GPSs, gotta go look at the Asian My Show, Mother Trucker. It is hilarious. Anyways, so I use 2 GPSs, okay? I also look at an atlas. I also use, might look at my phone or something like that, GPS. But I try to stay away from my phone because that's a car GPS. That'll take you any route. Whatever. Because, again, what I always say is these roads out here, even interstates, are not built for trucks. They're built for cars or passenger vehicles. And trucks are just allowed to be on them. That's the way I say it, because that's kind of how it feels most of the time. But anyways, I only use 2, and here's why I use 2. I use the Prime Qualcomm, and I also use I use a Rand McNally Overdrive Pro or 8 or whatever it's called. And then I use a Rand McNally large scale atlas. And that's kind of what I go based off of. Then you also have with Prime, I don't know about other trucking companies. Again, I'm new at this. I've only ever worked with Prime. But Prime, they do what's called a last mile. So you want to focus on that too. Most of the time, the last mile is the way you want to follow, especially when you get within that last few turns, that last mile. You really want to start looking at that last mile. Now, obviously, you're not supposed to be on your phone and reading and all that stuff, but you want to look at it prior to getting to your location and remembering those roads, or maybe take a picture of it, put it up to where you can kind of, as you're going, kind of look and see, make sure you're getting on the right road. I'm not telling you to use your phone or read your phone or whatever while you're driving. I'm not saying that. But the last mile, mostly want to do it. Now, last mile. If you watch my last video about that was bad trucker story, that last mile would get you in trouble. But that's where you use your eyes and your brain. Okay. And the GPSs, they're not always going to be right either. 75, I'd say you can trust them probably 75, 85% of the time. Maybe 90, maybe, but there's a guaranteed fact that 10%, don't trust it. Use your eyes, use your brain, use common sense, because they don't know everything. They are computers. They are built by men, by human beings, and if they don't know that a road is restricted, it's going to tell you to go down it. Okay. I've had it happen multiple times, 4 or 5 times, on the low end, maybe. A lot of the time, I will say that the Prime QC Navigo. It's a subscription. You got to pay for it. I think it's like $12, $10 a week or something. It's kind of, you know, or $12 a month, or I don't know, something like that. But anyways, it's worth it. They load in the dispatch. They load in the codes. They load in your fuel stops and what your prime discount is. And Navigo is the shiznit. I mean, it's, as little Nicky says, it's the shiznit. But it really does work, and I like the Navigo. The QC likes to cut out on me a lot, and that kind of sucks. Likes to shut down on me, but then again, that's why I use 2 GPSs, because one's always, they're computers. They might glitch out on you, they might act stupid, they might do something, but they're gonna do something stupid. So, like I said with the last mile, you know, it might give you wrong directions, but just be paying attention. If it tells you to take a right down this road, and you can clearly see a no truck sign or a weight limit sign, and you know you're over there, don't turn. Go down the mile. I don't care if you have to go down 5 to 8 miles down the road before you can turn around safely and figure out what you got to do. Maybe call they give you a phone number on your dispatch. Call and get directions like they did before GPS. Do what you got to do, but use your brain. Don't turn down that road. I'm new at this, and I know that. So best thing I can help you out with is don't do it. These GPSs, again, if you watch my last video, they almost got me in trouble, plus the last mile. This last load before this one, both GPSs, the Rand McNally and the QC from Prime, told me to turn down a road that had a weight limit of 5 tons. I was 38 tons. Yeah, no. I went and turned it down. Both of them told me they had the exact same instructions on what to do. Luckily, I had that last mile, and that last mile is what got me there. Of course, it was another freaking warehouse where, you know, they got little tiny signs of what the business is called, and it was hard as crap to find, even though I followed the last mile. But the last mile got me there and got me safe. No citations, no nothing like that. No bad spots. But you know, I used to, and that's the big reason why I used to. One, it is very, very seldom that they both come up with the same directions, same mileage, all that stuff. So it gives you 2 different routes, okay? Then you can check your atlas, see what the best route is or what the least amount of miles is, and you can go from there. Now, so that, you know, that's what I do. I plug in the dispatch on the QC. It gives me my directions. I put the Rand McNally, I put the instructions on there. It gives me a fast route and an alternate route, and then I choose between the 3 routes which ones I'm going to follow. I'd say a good 85 to 90% of the time I follow the QC, the Prime one. It's most of the time really good. It really does get you there on the least amount of miles, get you there on the safest routes most of the time. Again, they're not 100%. I'll go back to that any day. But the other thing is, there are times where we go places that the Rand McNally doesn't even see that address. That address does not exist. I went to a place in Washington earlier when I was doing TNT training. The only way I could find that place was put in the city of the place, and then, which took me way the hell off, actually. Luckily, I was able to zoom out, look at all the highways and roads around, and then follow the last mile, work it, and kind of route it through. I had to pull over so I could figure out where the hell I was, and I had to get it all and work that last mile, and that last mile is what got me to the place, because it did not exist. Let's point, this place in Washington actually did not. I picked up apples there. If you know where that's at, then great. But I picked up apples there, and they were headed to Walmart, I believe. But it did not exist on either one. Even the Prime one did not exist. There was no address. They sent me a dispatch for it, and I plugged it in. It didn't go nowhere. It did not exist on either one. So we had to follow the Rand McNally GPS, the aftermarket one. I say aftermarket because obviously it's not the Qualcomm, but we had to follow the Rand McNally to that town. And then once I got there, I had to pull over and zoom out, look at the map, and run the last mile to find my place. And there's multiple times that only the QC from Prime, where they dispatch the locations to you, only then will you find your place. There are multiple times that the GPS, the Rand McNally GPS will not have a location at all. Last night, actually, to pick up this load, I just had to go to Joslin, Illinois. The top GPS did not know the address to that place. I typed in the address, did not exist. I mean, obviously my QC had it, but I like to run them together because, you know, the routes are running together, and then if one makes a bad call, I can look and say, okay, well, this one's going that way. I'll try that one and see. You know, sometimes they both make bad calls, but sometimes one's better than the other. But anyways, I use 2, but 20 GPSs like that guy uses, that's crazy. You know, they made a joke and said that if you have 20 GPSs, you should not be getting lost. I have a different answer for that. If you had 20 GPSs, I would get lost. Which one would you know to follow? I mean, which one would you follow? Plus all the glare in your eyes and your face and all that stuff. That's just, it's crazy. Let me know what y'all think. Subscribe, like, comment. I want to give a special thanks to everybody that's subscribed. We're over, I think, 110, 120, which isn't fantastic. I'm a newbie at this thing. I do everything off my phone. I don't put it up on laptop. I don't do the whole video editing, you know, craziness and all that. I'd like to, but I don't do it all. I do everything off my phone, the editing, the video, everything. I do everything off my phone. So, thank you all for subscribing, supporting. I appreciate every single one of you. You know, I'm out here just trying to help the best way I can, trying to make money for myself and my family. My wife's actually debating on coming to drive with me for a year, so we can gain up some more money for our real estate business and our investing. We'll still be running real estate. Shit. Sorry, headphone just died. Anyways, real estate investing. So she's thinking about coming to do that, so we can, because, you know, I'm gonna try to go get my own truck probably March or April. So I've already been looking. I actually just looked at what they had just a minute ago before I started making this video. But anyways, guys, take care, be safe out here. The weather is still going crazy. Got a couple days of dry spells, but we got another big snowstorm coming from the northwest down to the Midwest up to the Northeast again. Supposed to be here this weekend, I think. Luckily, I'm headed to not this load, but I'm headed to Florida to pick up my co-driver so we can start teaming it again and hitting up that mileage. But anyways, y'all be safe. Check out the Asian Mice show on the Mother Trucker about the guy who's got 20 GPSs. That's crazy. That's nuts. There's no way in hell I could do that. Hell, that would get me so lost. It's crazy. I do follow 2 GPSs, plus look at Atlas, and plus I look at my last mile. But, you know, if you drive with Prime, look into getting that Navigo. That Navigo is awesome. This is, again, my opinion. You might have a different opinion. If you drive with Prime, you may hate the Navigo. Well, you know, that I get it. Everybody's got their own opinion. My opinion is I like the Navigo. I hate the fact that it always goes down on me. I hate the fact that it, you know, I'm scared to touch it because it might freak out and do some crazy, you know, 90s computer shit. A gateway computer, you know, freeze up and do a little spin circle or whatever. But it goes crazy every now and then. But anyways, that's what I do. Y'all take care. I know I kind of rambled, but I just wanted to make another video. I haven't done one in a couple days. But yeah, by the way, y'all take care. See ya.